Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines we have for you. Bitcoin breaks 30,000. We're going to talk about XRP. Is it going 22 cents or is it going 13 bucks? We're going to take a look at it. XRP outperforming the market, and we see Elon Musk makes the change, ladies and gentlemen. Twitter is no more. It's now X Corp, and you know he owns X.com. We got that and so much more for you to see today. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. It's XRP Las Vegas, 24 days, and let me tell you something. 25 tickets left, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mess around. This is the first ever XRP Las Vegas meetup. There isn't another bunch of people in this world that deserve to be celebrated more than XRP, the community, developers, ecosystem, all the way around. Whether it's Jack McDonald, Nancy Beaton from Uphold, Joe Endoso from Link2, Otto Nino from Sologenic, Eleanor Terrett, John Deaton, Jeremy Hogan's making a virtual appearance. We know Daniel from Casino Coin's going to be there. Jason Cousins, Jay from Spend the Bits, for goodness sake, is going to be there. Clinton Donnelly from Crypto Tax Audit. There's so much. Bob Way is going to be there. Chief Product Officer for X Spectre, live on stage. Make sure you get your ticket. This is going to be a remarkable event. You're not going to want to miss this event. And I tell you something, again, this is the greatest community and we really deserve to be celebrated. We're going to do just that. John Deaton says Bitcoin over 30,000 today. Shanghai ETH update tomorrow. A great, fantastic ruling from Judge Torres in the Ripple case next could prove to be crypto's biggest week ever. I tell you what, who's got a problem with that? Not this guy. Shout out to John Deaton. How about John Deaton for a second and all he does? Let's take a look at the numbers really quickly. Bitcoin over 30,000 right now, 30,186, 1916 and change for Ethereum. Tether market cap 80.361. We see XRP 52 cents, 3.9 up on the 24-hour out of 4.9 on the 7-day. Look, if you want to look at this is what we covered a couple days ago, is a great breakdown on why XRP is not a security from Jeremy Hogan. He says here, the big battle between the SEC and crypto, it says a lot of comments here below the thread say it's a no-brainer, but it's not true. This is a nuanced legal battle on which the future of crypto as we know it may hinge. And I don't think you could actually say it any better than that. This is a big deal, and that's why it is taking Judge Torres so long, ladies and gentlemen. And here, Ashley Prosper shares this, and I think it's so poignant to do when there's so many people out here casting aspersions on others and taking shots and attacks when the community should be uniting. No matter how you got here or what you believe, you're here. Ashley Prosper says if the XRP community members didn't post on Twitter and didn't make YouTube videos, there would be absolutely zero coverage of XRP. And how about that one for a second? It does take a village. And shout out to Ashley Prosper for pointing that out. And shout out to the developers, companies, projects, XRP community, and all the influencers, even the ones that take shots at me. Hopefully it dawns on them someday that if you're not sharing information on how your audience can get what they need to save time in their day, you're really not giving people what they are looking for. That is just a fact. It is the truth. No question about it. But it does take a village, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget that. It really does. And shout out to Ashley Prosper for making that point available for all of us. No question about it. Now let's take a look at what else we got going on here, ladies and gentlemen, because this space is moving rapidly. And we are going to be talking about Elon Musk here in just 1 second and what he's been up to. My goodness, has he been busy. And remember, there's a lot to talk about with Elon Musk as well, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he has been one busy guy. And you're about to see just how busy. Things got a lot more interesting because Elon Musk just announced basically, and it's just in, that recent court filing from the Southern District of Florida, Twitter is now X, ladies and gentlemen. Twitter Inc. has been merged into X Corporation and no longer exists. We know that he has X.com. We know he named one of his kids X. He's got SpaceX. He's got everything X. And now he's got X.com. And we know, if you know your history about Elon Musk, he was the early team of PayPal, right? The original PayPal mafia, they called it. And they had a vision of an intergalactic currency originally. And the shareholders said, you know what? Let's focus on a payments app and not the futuristic intergalactic currency, because we want to get paid as shareholders. And they ditched the idea. Well, you know what? Now he has Twitter, and I think he's after something that looks a lot like what we see with WeChat over in the Asian region of the world, which is a social media app that also works as a payments app, all in one. And I think that's exactly what he's getting ready to do. And you have to wonder if that Twitter logo was a Doge logo not long ago, if that was a placeholder for what may become maybe XRP. Think about it. XRP Ledger is a decentralized exchange for the world. That's its job, is to exchange anything to anything of value. And that does include the FX currency market, and I could see it working seamlessly back in for a payments platform. Now, of course, I couldn't help but share when Elon Musk posted just a simple letter X, I couldn't help myself but to retweet RP. Speculating? Of course I'm speculating, but why wouldn't I speculate, ladies and gentlemen? It's what we do here. I'm a speculator in these here hills. There's supposed to be gold here, they say, right? And that's why I'm here, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. And I'm enthusiastic about what I believe in, and I'm not going to let anybody else change me on that, that's for sure, until I see different. Speaking of wise, listen to this clip that we've got for you here. And I tell you, it's pretty amazing what you're about to hear when you hear Elon Musk talking and Greg Kidd about exactly what is the vision of where we are actually arriving in this moment that we're currently in. And I tell you, it is very powerful to understand what Elon Musk is doing. And think about the velocity of money can be brought to
I think
the U.S.
it
dollar.
would be, I'd like to, have this sort of long-term vision of something called X.com from way back in the day, which is kind of like a sort of like an everything app, where it's just maximally useful. It does, payments, it does, so it provides financial services, provides information flow, really anything digital, and also provides secure communications. So really I think be as useful as possible, as entertaining as possible, and also to be like a source of truth.
So I'm betting on the new forms of wallets, new forms of messaging that go with those. So I believe like in the future, young people, and those young people get older. I'm not sure why you won't have like a super app, which is just messaging on steroids. Messaging that's also your wallet, messaging where there's bots and you can buy things you want to do. You don't really have to leave that messaging app. So instead of having like 100 apps on my phone.
This one is music, the other one is words, the other one is money.
So I'm investing in the pieces of that infrastructure. If you think about it, the things you need to get to that world is you need messaging rails, you need identity, because you got to do it compliantly. You need a ledger to keep track of everything. You need a wallet to get access to the money. And because we still live in a card-based world, you need cards. In other markets, you need QR codes. So anybody who's building those pieces, those are the picks and shovels of the next world that I'm expecting to live in. And so I'm investing in picks and shovels. So with Global ID, you can currently download an app, do basic attestations like prove you control a phone number, prove that the information on your government ID is valid. You can confirm that you control certain social media accounts. You'll soon be able to confirm that you control various bank accounts. All those attestations can be written to your name, your handle, which is globally unique, sits on a global registry. You can think about it as a white pages for everyone to see. Not the private information, but the public attestation that those private details have been verified. And so that's out there now. The next steps for that is to attach to it the messaging rails, the ledger and wallet rails, and the card rails.
There you have that. And I want to remind people that it was back in the early days of PayPal, they wanted to develop an intergalactic currency, they called it. But the shareholders said it's going to take too long. Just go with the payments app and drop the futuristic stuff. Well, I think we're back at it now. It looks very, very promising. We're going to watch and see how this unfolds. No guarantee. We're speculating, but it is fun to watch, ladies and gentlemen. And there's no speculating in this. Anthony Welfare says he's excited to share that Ripple CBDC will be collaborating with the Central Bank of Montenegro for their CBDC and their stablecoin, whichever way they choose to go, pilot project for creating it. And it is extremely exciting, ladies and gentlemen, and it is absolutely official at this point. Remember, the Bank of England begins building their Britcoin. They're building the digital pound, a team of 30 they're putting together. Now let's look at this. How often have you seen CoinDesk speak favorably of XRP, whether it's on a chart or just information in general? XRP's technical chart shows a golden cross following retail-driven price surge of 40% in 4 weeks, outperforming Bitcoin and other top digital assets or cryptocurrencies, ladies and gentlemen. But let's see what Grad Crypto says here. Got a couple things for us to look at. He says XRP RGB triangle, which is your red, green, blue. And let's see. Red is the forbidden land. Green triangle is the grinding land, right? Let's just take a quick look here and see what's going on. You can see where we're at inside of this thing. And we don't want to see it fall down below that Atlas line, do we? But you know what? Stranger things have happened. Let's go to another chart that he shares here with a little more detail. XRP's twisted approach to $13.22. That's right. We got to be able to look at both sides of this thing. The below chart is approaching today's current price action, projecting what is the key price targets XRP can target in terms of bullish and bearish scenarios. A, targeting the low end of the falling wedge might be a wick or selling pressure because of bad news from law case, and newbies will sell because they did not understand the fulcrums of the outcome. And then B is closing below 33 cents means, and then you can see there's the 22-cent line if things were to absolutely fall where they are down to this level. Looking at the 33-cent line right here, you can see it says here, targeting the wick sell pressure because of bad news, and the fulcrum is closing below 33 cents means breaking major market structure. The possibility is there, and dropping from 52 to 33 cents, which is around 40%, is plausible but not guaranteed. He goes on to say, I'm having high conviction in this scenario based on several charts I presented previously. XRP will move with the market and head towards fib 0.5 and 0.618. Goes on to say here that 75 cents, 91 cents, even extend to $1. This price action will break the multi-month trend line. And then goes on to say here, super bullish breaking major resistance, and a retest will be needed, required, but shall not break the market structure. The ARC is visually providing excellent price indication, which is presenting price target at $1.40, $2.80 as a potential targets, and $13 is obvious a key target. Stay steady, he says. However it goes. And you can see, and I like that he puts the timeline down here, if things play out the way the chart works, and we don't know if it will or not. He shows here February 24 for that $13 price target. So we could have some time to go, and we could also see it pull back to 22 cents. But I think having these numbers to pay attention to really gives us something to kind of buoy to, at least, not for advice or anything like that, but just to get some indication of where the market may be moving, right? That to me is important, because I'm not really a charts guy, and I'm very grateful for Grad Crypto and all the technical analysts out here. And I hope that we do make it to that target. And hey, I wouldn't have a problem if it was sooner rather than later, would you? That's going to do it for me. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. I'll catch all of you on X.com.